Why have I seen this thing 3 times?
It's still beautiful.
Ah, it's horrible.
I know. I'm so sorry for you.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be reviewing Hate Story 4. Hate Story 4 is a 2018 revenge drama thriller starring Urvashi Rautela, Karan Wahi and Vivian Bhatten in the lead roles, while the movie is being directed by Vishal Pandya. Now, if you don't know who Vishal Pandya is, you might have guessed from the title of the movie. This is the 4th installment in the Hate Story franchise. They made 4 of these, and Vishal Pandya is responsible for 2 of them. We made Hate Story 2 and Hate Story 3, and he also made another piece of garbage, that is Wajah Tum Ho, which I will review some other time. So basically he has made another Hate Story, and I haven't seen the previous ones, but this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. One of the main reasons for this is because they completely forgot how to market this movie. First of all, the trailer wasn't even all that good. So let me get to the major negatives first, and then I'll delve into the smaller negatives. The major one is, when I first watched this movie, this is the 3rd time I'm watching this, if you haven't guessed from the first scene from this video. This is the 3rd time I'm watching this. When I watched it for the first time, it was marketed as an erotic thriller, and there's no erotic things in this movie at all. There's 0 erotic scenes. All the erotic scenes, you can just watch the trailer, and that's all the erotic scenes in the entire movie. That's it. There's nothing more in the movie which you can call and say, oh, that's erotic, that's seductive. Nothing. According to this director, based off of this movie alone, I haven't seen the previous 3 yet, but based off of this movie alone, according to the director, the erotic scenes will be something which shows cleavage. Girl comes in a bikini once in a while and making a stupid face. That's an erotic scene to this director. Another one, this was marketed as a thriller. Where was the thrill? I was mostly bored throughout this entire movie because basically, if you have seen the very first scene in this movie, you can pretty much guess the entire movie from start to finish. And I'm not talking about the story alone. I'm talking about what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, that is like at what point it will happen, and where it will happen. Where you might be a little bit off key if you haven't watched a lot of movies, but at least the other 3 you will guess without a doubt. When I first watched this, I got the story of this film verbatim.
मेरा एक बेटा जिस लड़की से शादी करना चाहता है, मेरे दूसरे बेटे ने उस लड़की से पहले ही सुहागरात मना ली.
First of all, I don't know why this is called a hate story. The more appropriate title for this would be Revenge Story, and if the previous 3 are anything like this movie, then the appropriate title would be Revenge Story 4 more than Hate Story 4. But hey, it's good marketing. The story is so fundamentally cliched, even though I thought that the premise of the story would be an entertaining movie if there wasn't so much of shit in the movie.
मेरा एक बेटा जिस लड़की से शादी करना चाहता है, मेरे दूसरे बेटे ने उस लड़की से पहले ही सुहागरात मना ली.
Now, speaking of the songs, most of them are remakes. I get that, but here's the thing: I like the songs as an album. In the movie placement, you pretty much know when and where they're going to place it, but still, as a movie, from where the songs are placed and what songs are placed in it, it's complete garbage. But if you view it as an album, like you search through YouTube and you happen to find those songs, you can listen to it. I would most likely recommend you watch the audio because it's a bit more crisp than the original. Coming back to the erotic scenes, just listen to the original Ashik Banaya Apne. The amount of eroticism is, I don't know if that's a term you use, but the amount of erotic thing in that song is more than that in this entire movie. That's how lame it is. That's pretty much my go to for Hate Story. The rating for Hate Story 4 is a 3 out of 10. It's a very disappointing movie, but it does have a few positives in it. First of all, the performances by Karan Wahi and Gulshan Grover. These two actors, they were the best parts in the movie. I like their performance most likely because Karan Wahi is a bit new to me. I haven't seen him in any other work, and this is my first look at his performance. So it wasn't all that bad compared to all the other choices. Urvashi does fine. I mean, she doesn't give any emotion, and I didn't feel a thing for her. I didn't even care. In terms of screen time and the things she contributed to the overall story, it was fine. It's not much to look at, but it's fine. It's something pretty to look at. So, and that's all for my review of Hate Story 4. If you like this video, please hit that like button, share this video, and please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that I will keep coming on into your feed. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.